8,800 up the back.
Because the back stretch is 600 feet shorter than the front stretch.
What do you know about all this, Matt?
Well, I'll tell you what, DW, he certainly doesn't need any more motivation to win what he would consider his home track. He came on the radio a few laps ago and said that his car is still loose, and Chad says, is it tighter anywhere? He goes, no, it is loose everywhere. They are planning on pitting for 4 tires in about another 15 to 16 laps.
Now here's the battle third on back. Rusty Wallace, Tony Stewart, Dale Jarrett, Ricky Craven.
Now, I used to call in and tell Hammond I'm loose, and he'd say, well, you might be, but you're leading the race. So leave it alone, in other words.
But you also have to know what those guys are thinking, Darrell. You know the nature of this place. The more rubber down, the more the track temperature comes up, the track gets tighter and tighter. You're so afraid to tighten it up that you'll jump that fence, and now you'll be from a little loose to pushing.
Here's what's going to happen. It happens all the time. You'll run high here for a while because you don't have your car like you want it. But as soon as you get this car like you want a tire pressure wedge track bar, you'll be right down on the bottom. The guy that wins this race will run around the bottom of the racetrack when the day is over. Right now, you can run anywhere. That's what I like about this joint. Find a place where your car will handle pretty good and ride there for a while, and we can make it better for you.
6 different leaders in the first 51 laps. It's 2 seconds, Jimmy Johnson to Kurt Busch, and 3 seconds back to Rusty Wallace from Busch. That's 13th, Dale Jr. Mark Martin, 17th. Holsitter Newman back at 20th. Only 2 cars in the garage area. Kenny Schrader, engine failure on the 4th lap, and Shauna Robinson spun and backed it into the wall on lap 18, bringing out the race's only caution so far. Dick Berggren.
Kurt Busch came away from the pit area in 10th spot after the caution flag. He has worked his way all the way up to second. About 10 laps into the run, he said, for some reason, I have no forward bite. That problem has certainly gone away. His only complaint right now is he is a little bit free off. Jimmy Fennick, his crew chief, has told him a couple of times that he is faster than the leader. And what he means by no forward bite, when he goes to put the throttle down, the rear wheels are actually wanting to slide or spin. They're not hooking up to the racetrack.
Dale Jarrett underneath Tony Stewart for 4th place.
I don't think you got to be careful with that. No forward bite and a little loose off. That's fast. A driver can manage that. But, buddy, I tell you, you got to be on your toes because that thing can jump out from under you in a heartbeat when you try to man the throttle.
But you don't want to be loose getting in the corner.
No, not here. At 200 miles an hour plus, you've got to be able to drive in here or you can't go anywhere.
Darrell, this is the classic story